treasure from a sunken pirate wreck. Scrub the deck and make it look shiny. I will sparkle like a wealthy woman's neck. Just a sec.
Hello and welcome to Just One More Watch, and welcome today to the review of what I think is the best Chinese special that I've looked at so far, and that is a pretty big claim considering I have looked at some fantastic and outstanding value-packed timepieces to date. Now this one, the Cadisen C1032, comes from GEARBEST.com. Regular price of this piece is over $70 US. However, you will find a link in the description and a discount code, meaning you can lock this one in for only $55 US. And I think it offers a hell of a package at that price, so long as you don't mind polished surfaces. It's shiny. Let's flip the camera and get into it. So potentially the best Chinese special so far. That is a fairly big claim given the quality of some of the other Cadisens and Guanchins particularly that I've looked at to date. Before I get into the review though, let's talk money. You know I love talking about money. Now GearBest prices are notoriously variable. This one only arrived about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and already I've seen the price drift from anywhere between $72 and $57. Regardless, you will find a link and a discount code in the description of the video, JOMW CAD32, that will lock a price in of $55 until the end of 2018, and I think you're getting a cracking watch for the money. So what are we going to do today then? All the usual good stuff, dimensions and specifications. I'm going to do a sapphire crystal test on the glass covering that lovely pretty little dial down there, and I'm also going to show you a movement accuracy report which is quite remarkable. I think the most accurate movement that I have looked at on the channel to date, and as you can see I'm going to do a bit of a strap fashion show. I'm going to pop it on a Perlon and a Collareb Venezia today just to give you a couple of alternative looks. Helping me with the sapphire crystal test today we have a pair of Seikos and my trusty $15 diamond selector too. So on the right, the Alpinist, which does have sapphire crystal, a nice strong read there, 4 greens and 2 oranges. Over on the left it's the SKX, which always seems to play this role as the donkey with hard legs. No sapphire there, not even a flicker. And in the middle it's the Cadisen, and as you can see, a nice strong read, 4 greens and 1 orange. Certainly closer to the Alpinist than to the SKX. That's good enough for me. And a lovely set of dimensions in this one, just about perfect. Just under 40 millimeters in diameter. We have a thickness of 11.5 mil, 46 mil lug tip to lug tip, just over 46, 20 mil lug width, and sized up for my 7-inch wrist on the supplied stainless steel bracelet. This one weighs in at 118 grams. So full stainless steel case, stainless steel crown, stainless steel bracelet as noted, solid links, just push pins, and a nice little butterfly clasp here. A little bit of decoration on the butterfly clasp as a bonus, and solid end links as you can see also. The design of the case itself is pretty simple, and as noted in the intro, only polished surfaces, no brushing at all on this one, but the polish is quite well applied, reasonable. It is going to scuff up a little more than if it was brushed, but then again, this is a kind of office piece, a desk piece, and a nice little crown there, a nice size, knurling to the edges, and the Cadisen star. Nice to see a little detailing like that on a $55 watch. But for me, the charm of this Cadisen is all about that pretty dial. I think there's a lovely mid-century thing happening here, just quite a pronounced sunburst effect on the silver one. I'd imagine the black one is the same. Really clean set of Dauphine hands with a bevel in the middle, just a needle second hand, applied arrowhead indices all the way around, and that nice crisply done applied Roman up there at the 12 o'clock. They've even managed a little date frame applied around the day-date complication at the 3, just the Cadisen logo under the 12, and the automatic printed there above the 6 o'clock. Very nicely done. Very kind of minimal dial. They haven't overcooked this one at all. A lot of these Chinese specials that I haven't looked at have been covered in diamonds and other bits of nonsense on the dial. This one avoids all of that. Very nice indeed, I think. The bracelet, as noted, is perfectly decent for a watch of this price. Again, that kind of rich, deep sheen. Got a couple of scuffs on it from here for when I've been wearing it out and about, but nothing too alarming. Push pins, solid links, and that Cadisen logo. and name and a little decorated butterfly clasp. And popping a link to show you the case back, solid end links as noted. Screw down, giving this watch 5 atmospheres, 50 meters of water resistance, just advertising the brand name, the fact that it's automatic, sapphire crystal, and C1032, which is the model name. And there is the Seiko NH36 beating away for all to see. Remarkable that they can do this in a watch for $55, and it is just such a good movement. 24 jewels, hacks, hand winds, 42-hour power reserve. They are rugged, they are robust, they are reliable, and this one has proven to be the most accurate single movement that I have ever had go through those boxy winders. There, as you can see on the right of the screen, that's timing it over the period of a couple of weeks, coming in with less than a second, less than half a second a day variation. You would be lucky to get that out of a quartz piece, let alone a Chinese special for $55. Pretty incredible result. And I think it looks very nice on wrist as well. As noted, all polished surfaces. As you can see, there's a couple of little scuffs on this one, but nothing too untoward and nothing that a bit of Cape Cod polish won't take out. In fact, I haven't talked about Cape Cod to this point. I looked at the saddle cream, I've talked about Polywatch, but this is another little trick in the watch lover's arsenal. It cleans and polishes high polished surfaces, takes nicks, cuts and little minor scratches out. Let's see how it does on the Cadisen. Let's just look at the clasp area. There's a few little obvious scuffs there. Let me have a crack at it with the Cape Cod. And there we go, didn't take long at all. So to keep your Cadisen super shiny, I recommend Cape Cod polish. Enough nonsense, there it is, zoomed out, even further, a little higher up for a little more perspective. Lovely sunburst effect on that silver dial as noted, and a great set of dimensions. A lot of watches with NH35s tend to be on the thick side. At 11.5mm, I think this is just about spot on and a nice short lug to lug. Should suit guys with 6-inch wrists and above. And looks good out and about in the Sydney sunshine. I was quite pleased that they didn't try and put any lume on this one. Just that nice, clean, high polished set of Dauphine hands. Doesn't need lume anyway, this type of watch. Plenty of polished surfaces as noted to catch and play with the light. And there it is on that sand coloured purlon. If you want to take an extra little bit of weight off the watch, perhaps this would be a nice choice for the summer as well. These purlons, infinitely adjustable, very comfortable for all day wear. From purlon in the summer to a nice collar Venezia leather strap for the winter. This one, nice black looking, quite stark against the silver shiny dial and polished case. Now obviously you don't have to spend $40 on a strap for a $55 watch. I'm just showing you a couple of alternative looks if you're the type of guy who likes to mix and match. Moans and niggles. What on earth can I be moaning about today on a $55 watch with sapphire crystal, all stainless construction and an incredibly accurate Seiko movement? Well, really, my only concern is this high polish finish. It's not going to be to everyone's tastes. I actually thought about brushing this out myself, but I think I just make a mess of it, and you do get used to it quite quickly. Now, I buy a lot of watches in, I pick up stuff from eBay, from AliExpress, etc. And not all of them make it for review. I got another Cadisen with a green dial in recently and I was a bit disappointed, so that one will not be shown on the channel. But when I saw this and got it in from GEARBEST, I was delighted when I took it out of the packet. It is just incredible how much watch you can get for so little cash. So there you have it, the Cadisen 1032, as shiny as it is, probably my favourite Chinese special to date. I think they got this one spot on. It is such a sweetly proportioned little watch, 40mm in diameter and a beautiful dial. They haven't overcooked it by adding diamonds and unnecessary verbiage at all. The high polish finish isn't going to be to everyone's taste, but assuming you're okay with that, you should pick one of these up before they sell out. Thanks very much for watching. See you in the next video.